Chapter 1. Nightmares were nothing new for me, but this one felt different. Like more than just my subconscious randomly projecting terror. I was fully aware that I was dreaming, but every color was vivid. Each dead leaf grazing my shoulders looked sharp and real. The lighting was strange, though, neither day or night, but an unsettling charcoal gray. I was standing alone, shivering, in a cornfield just beyond the Masonville city limits. There was nothing scary looming over me or chasing me down, yet fear had me by the throat, making it hard to swallow. I walked row after countless row of tall, withered stalks, searching for something. But what? The wind scraped sandy particles against my unshaven face. I held my hands open at my chest, and a sticky airborne substance began clinging to my palms and fingers. I recognized the ashen gray death dust, but what was that black grit in the mix? The stuff started stinging, like needles were stabbing my face and hands, burrowing into my skin. I turned and faced a small, dilapidated house in the distance, its white wood slats barely hanging on around shattered windows. The sound of running water compelled me to approach. The knob was missing, but I pushed the thin door open. What remained of it? A faucet was pouring over a small sink, allowing me to rinse the gritty death dust off my hands. I still had no clue what I was supposed to find in this cornfield or why I was plagued by such crippling dread, but I couldn't shake the intuition that this nightmare held meaning. The shimmering water, the same temperature as my hands, brought instant relief to my skin, but before I could enjoy the sensation, a sudden movement above my head startled me. A horde of grungy brown bats that reeked like rotten meat swarmed in circles above the few rafters that were all that remained of the roof. There had to have been at least 100, each of their bodies the size of my fist. They spied down on me with beady red eyes. Bizarre as it was, I sensed they were mocking me. Their laughter sounded like a smoker's cough. One by one, the devilish creatures began swooping down, colliding with my head and face. I swatted at them, but they didn't flinch. More came at me, mouths open, fangs bared. I ran out of the house and dropped to the ground, crossing my arms over my head. Tucking my chin, I saw the supernatural light around my feet, a welcome reminder that I was at the mercy of no evil, no matter its form. For a fleeting second, a sense of reassurance displaced my fear. But then, I saw him. The unmistakable purpose of the dream, the mystery I'd been searching for. Inches from my aura, a pale face was jutting out from the dirt, frozen and dormant. A festering mouth, shriveled nose, and depraved eyes were all that breached the soil, along with a few long wisps of bone-white hair, swaying in the tainted breeze. Several inch-long black spikes poked up from the buried forehead, a blasphemous crown of thorns. Molek. The petrifying creeper king lay motionless beneath the dirt, one eyelid drooping lower than the other, while his jaw gaped open. His pointed tongue lay limp against a row of sharp teeth. His features were more human in proportion than those of the demons that formed his ragtag army, such a mix of feminine and masculine that his subjects could have just as easily hailed him as their queen. Was Molek, the lord of the dead, dead himself? Could a spirit world principality actually die? I took deep breaths, shielding my mouth with cupped hands, refusing to panic at the mere sight of him. The bats flew around me in every direction, faster now, a hurricane of hostility. I thought perhaps they were in turmoil over Molek's defeat. Then, like a gallon of spoiled coffee being poured into a 12-ounce cup, the bats dove headfirst into Molek's mouth, disappearing down his throat as if his lifeless chest, concealed underground, was somehow a vast cave. I thought I might barf.